know that a lot of you have always wondered what is the difference between I and en in French. Well, in today's exercise, I'm hoping that it is all going to become so clear. Okay, so before we start the exercise, let me revise or remind you the difference between I, the pronoun, and en, the pronoun. Now, I is a pronoun referring to a previously mentioned place, introduced either by a, which means to, or en, which means to as well, or dans, which means in, or chez, which means at someone's house. So it can be translated in English by there. It appears before the verb, always. So if I wanted to say, I'm going to the library, and then I would like to get rid of to the library and just put there, in English you would say, I'm going there. In French, however, this is the way it works. So, je vais à la bibliothèque. I go to the library. But we want to say, I go there. So we want to take à la bibliothèque out and we want to replace it by the pronoun I. J'y vais. That's the way we say, I'm going there. J'y vais. So see what we've done? We've taken à la bibliothèque, got rid of it, and then we added I before the verb aller, which is to go. So I, there, go. That's pretty much what that means, okay? Now, the J here is not je I because we can't have an I next to a Y, okay, like that. To make it sound better, we drop the I, we put an apostrophe, and we put the Y. So, j'y vais, I am going there. So, let's have a look at this example. Il est chez son frère. He is at his brother's house. Now, when you have chez, that means at someone's house, okay? For example, viens chez moi, come to my house, okay? Now, we want to say he is there. We don't want to repeat chez son frère. So again, we take I, we put it before the verb. So, il y est, il y est. Can you see what we've done here? Il y est, he is there. We've got rid of chez son frère and we replaced it by I. Now, I is also used to replace the preposition à plus something with verb such as penser à, to think about, réfléchir à, to think about, to reflect on, s'intéresser à, to be interested in. So again, if you see these verbs and if you want to replace the whole complement to this verb, then you need to replace it by I. For example, je m'intéresse à la musique. I am interested in music, but you would like to say I am interested in it. Then we drop la musique, à la musique. We put à la musique and we transform it into I, and that becomes je m'y intéresse. Je m'y intéresse. Can you see what's happening here? Yeah? Okay, so this is I. Now, you often ask me, but the difference between I and en. Well, en is a pronoun as well, but it's used to replace words about quantity and words introduced by de. Okay, so it can be translated by some or of them or it. Okay, now it appears as well before the verb. So let's have a look at this one. J'ai des pommes. I have some apples. But you want to get rid of apple and all you want it is I have some. Okay, it's quite easily done in English, but in French you have to use en. J'en ai. Okay, so instead of saying j'ai des pommes, you replace pomme by the pronoun en, you put it before the verb. J'en ai. You can't say je en ai again for the same reason as you can't have two vowels next to each other. So you say j'en ai. I have some. Now try with this one. J'ai besoin de, and here we've just said that if it has to be replaced, the pronoun, if it comes with de, you have to use en and not I. J'ai besoin de ce stylo. I need this pen. Now, de ce stylo is what you want to replace. I need it. So you would say j'en ai besoin. Again, en has become replaced de ce stylo. Okay? So e and en avoid all repetitions in some ways. Now, let's have a look at what it looks like when we put this into practice. And this is where you learn the most, I think. It's when it's all being put into practice. Okay. Now, let's have a look at the first sentence. Tu vas chez ton oncle. Whatever you see underlined here is for you to replace by either I or en. Now remember what I have said. You replace something by en if it has if the beginning of the sentence or the complement has de, or if it's a quantity. And the rest, I, will be a place, or if it has a in front of it, or chez or dans. Okay? Now, tu vas chez ton oncle. You're going to your uncle's house, but we want to say you're going there. So what you do, you take the correct pronoun. In this case, it's I, because we are referring to going somewhere. Okay? So tu, and then you put I, because I comes before the verb va. Tu y vas. You're going there. Okay? So tu vas chez ton oncle, tu y vas. Par exemple. Numéro 2. Nous achetons des poires. Nous achetons des poires. Now, what you have to understand here, des poires is what we want to replace. So we are buying pears. We are buying some, if you replace that in English. So what would it be in French? Would it be I or would it be en? If it's not referring to a going somewhere, okay, it is not going to be I. If it's referring to some kind of quantity or as a beginning of de, or du, it is very much going to be en. So, knowing that it's a quantity, pair, okay, nous achetons des paires, nous, and then en achetons. We are buying some. Nous en achetons. Okay? Let's have a look at the next one. J'ai réfléchi à ta proposition. J'ai réfléchi à ta proposition. Now the verb réfléchir here is a giveaway because I said to you that if you were to see the verb réfléchir à, intéresser à, penser à, and the fact that it has the à means that we have to use I and not en here. And beside, we are not referring to a quantity here. So I have thought of your proposition. I have thought about it. So I've thought about your proposition. I have thought about it is what we want to say. So in this case, j'y ai réfléchi. So here it is a composed tense, passé composé. The I comes before all the composed tense, so before avoir and before réfléchir, before the auxiliary and before the past participle. So j'y ai réfléchi, I have thought about it. The next one, nous nous intéressons à l'histoire. Now, if you wanted to get rid of à l'histoire, we are interested in history. Okay? Now, again, what did I say to you? If the complement begins with à or dans or chez, it is going to be replaced in its pronoun with I. So how do you do that? Nous. And by the way, it has nous because obviously intéresser here is known as a reflexive verb. So s'intéresser, we are interested to ourselves about something, if that makes sense. So nous nous y intéressons. Nous nous y intéressons. So what we've done is that I is replacing à l'histoire. Okay? The next one, les élèves sont dans la classe. Now, this one is quite easy because it refers to a place where we are. Dans means in. So the pupils are in the classroom. We would like to replace dans la classe by a pronoun. Is it I or is it en? Well, in this case, because it's dans, the same as chez, the same as a, it is going to be replaced by I. Les élèves y sont. Les élèves y sont. And obviously, y refers to dans la classe. Okay, is it getting a bit better here? Okay, let's have a look at the last 5. Mes amis vont en France pour le week-end. Mes amis vont en France, that works too, pour le week-end. Now, the fact that I'm referring to going somewhere, again, is not the quantity, so therefore it has to be I and not en. Where do we put I instead of en France? It is mes amis, always before the verb. Ils vont. My friends are going there for the weekend. Pour le weekend. Okay? So, mes amis vont en France pour le weekend. Where do they go? They are going there. Mes amis y vont pour le weekend. Okay? Next one. Est-ce que vous avez besoin de l'ordinateur? Now, avoir besoin de is an expression which means to need. Do you need the computer? Now, here, it's an object. It's not going somewhere. It's a quantity. Okay? So, and it begins with de. It comes with besoin de. So, it is not going to be I. It is going to be en. Where do you put this, though? Est-ce que vous... So, we want to say, do you need it? Vous en avez besoin. Est-ce que vous en avez besoin? And en replace l'ordinateur. Okay? Est-ce que vous en avez besoin? Okay? The next one. Voulez-vous du café? So, I'll leave it with you now. Is it I or is it en? We are talking about going somewhere or something of quantity or with de before. Now, it has du. It counts as well as de. Okay? Voulez-vous du café? Would you like some coffee? And in English, would you like some? Okay, without saying café. But here, if we wanted to replace du café, we replace it with en. Well done. Because we are talking about some. Okay, so en, and this is where the trick here. En voulez-vous? So this one is very interesting because you would think, whoa, it's a question. Am I allowed to put en in front of this question? Absolutely. It comes before the verb always. So, en voulez-vous? En voulez-vous? Do you want some? Okay. So, en refers to du café. Okay. Alice ne boit pas de thé. Okay. And this is the same as du. It's the same as de. It's the same. Okay. Boire du thé, to drink some tea. Elle ne boit pas de thé. She does not drink any tea. And de always come for quantity with ne pas. Okay, you can't say elle ne boit pas du thé, elle ne boit pas de la, elle ne boit pas des. De comes with a negation. So here, is it I or is it en? We're not referring to going somewhere, chez or dans or en or whatever. We're not. So therefore, we are replacing de by en. But where do we put it in the negation? Alice, and you spot the verb, it's here. Okay, so it's going to be before ne. And because ne has an I, we drop the I, we put an apostrophe. Non boit pas. Here we go. And here it is. Alice n'en boit pas. Okay? So we are nearly there. Alice n'en boit pas. So Alice does not drink any. That's what it means, in effect. Now, the last one is j'ai mangé des frites. I have eaten some fries or chips, okay? And we want to say I have eaten some. Is it I or en? Now, here we refer to a quantity of something, not going somewhere. So it is going to be en again. Now, en, but where do you put the en? Always before the first verb, okay? So, j'en ai mangé. J'en ai mangé. And en refers to des frites. Okay, that's it for me. Remember, the super guide is available with this lesson at Learn French with Alexa, my community channel on YouTube, or the website, which is awesome. Au revoir, à bientôt. Bisous, bisous. Salut!